especially the knees. The reason why is there is too much wear and tear of our joints. Our joints are not in the shape they are supposed to be. They are actually not supporting us, right? So where are joints in our body? Can you reply? I mean, can you answer me? Like, where are joints in our body? How many joints do we have? How many joints do we have in our body? Oh, there are people who are still enjoying Indian toilet. I'm very happy to know about that. Right. So how many? Yeah, Unni sir says we have 230 joints. So where are joints? Okay, Divya ma'am says 206. Now, which is the correct number? We'll check in the end. Okay. Now tell me, where are joints in the body? What do joints basically do us? Where are joints? Hello, I want you all to answer. I don't want traffic jam. I don't only want me to talk. I want you all also to participate so that it will be an interesting session. Right? Yeah. Where are joints in our body? Hello. Where are joints? Knee joint. Yeah. If people joint means most of them think it's only knee. Okay, knee is one of the joint. Yes. Where else? Where else are the joints? Can you all raise your hand? Can you all lift your hand up? Yes? Yeah. Right. Yes. Monica ma'am is saying yes. I can see Safila ma'am also raising that. So that is also a joint. That is the reason why we are able to raise our hand. You know, we are able to turn our wrist. That is also a joint. Elbow is a joint. Our neck is a joint. Our back is a joint. Hip is a joint. So Tumai says here there are 360 joints. Okay. Very good. We'll find out how many joints are there in the end of the session. So like this, in our body, every movement, whether it is turning your neck or nodding your head or turning your wrist or raising your hand or bending, every action that you do is being supported by a joint. So when these joints actually become frozen or when they become too much of wear and tear, what happens is slowly your movement reduces, and at a point it comes wherein you are not able to sit, stand, or even get up from the bed. So let's not wait till that moment, but we will take care of our joints pretty earlier. Yes, even fingers are also joints. So that our body actually and our joints actually support us, right? So what is that? Our joints not getting too much of wear and tear. The reason is with age, as we age, as well as our lifestyle, the cartilage breaks down. What is I get my brain image of right side weak image, right? Is the image clear? Can you all view the image? Yeah. Now, if here the cushiony part in the two bones, these are okay. Cushiony part in between the bones is called the cartilage. So when there are two bones like this, the gap is there, right? That gap is being cushioned with the help of cartilage. It's like a kind of a sponge, so that the bone doesn't hit the bone and there is no wear and tear of the bone. Okay. Now what happens is, and in this cartilage there is something called the synovial fluid. So that fluid is like the oil, it is like the lubricant. So basically, our joint is like a harness system. It is complete system or a unit where the machine runs with the help of these bones. They are protected with the help of this cushion, and the fluid acts like a oil so that there is no wear and tear between the bones, right? So are you all clear? So that two bones don't hit each other, or they don't come have a friction against a sponge. It is like a shock absorbent so that they both don't get hurt. Now what is happening is, as we age, and thanks to our beautiful lifestyle wherein we eat a lot of junk and lot of sugary foods, and lot of stress that we undergo, there is a inflammation that is happening. Inflammation meaning there is swelling up. So when this swelling up or the toxins are building up in this particular space, can you see the mouse where I have kept? Is it, the mouse is visible, no, for everyone? The pointer of my mouse is visible, right? Is it visible? Can you see? Yeah. So here, when there is a lot of inflammation coming up and lot of swelling that is coming up, what happens is this sponge becomes weak. The sponge becomes weak and it becomes like, fragile, and that layer tends to break down. The layer tends to break down. So what happens when the layer or the cushion breaks down? This bone comes in friction with the other. And when this bone frictions with the other, there begins the pain. So for example, if you have leg pain, would you feel comfortable walking around in the house, playing with your kids or running around or doing any activity? You'll be like, no, 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 my leg is hurting, let me rest. Yes or no? If you have a back pain, will you feel comfortable bending down? No, you'll be like, let me sit in a nice chair. Let me sit down. I don't want to strain myself. Yes or no? So with the pain comes the immobility. You don't feel like moving around, and that is how your movement is restricted. So here with this slide, are you all clear what is the cartilage? Where is the cartilage? Cartilage is the sponge between two bones. That is, दो दीवार के बीच में का वो gap fill करने वाला जो cement है वो है cartilage, right? And the synovial fluid is the oil. It is the oil so that this both bones don't have any friction. So synovial fluid and the cartilage is very, very important for healthy joint movement or bones to be healthy enough, right? But what is happening in today's scenario is, with inflammation, with stress, with lifestyle, with aging, this synovial fluid is becoming empty. मतलब तेल पूरा खत्म हो गया, गाड़ी का तेल, lubrication is over. So when your automobile oil is over, lubrication is over, what happens? The friction begins, and that is when the bone will start hurting than other bone, cartilage breaks down, and your joint pain start. So with that begins your osteoarthritis, whatever name you say, it all begins. And a very sad truth is, India is standing in the fifth position in the world, leading in osteoarthritis, means bone related joint pains. We are standing number 5, and every third adult aged above 40 are suffering with joint pains. Some or the other joint is paining. It could be neck, it could be elbow, it could be back, it could be knee. Majority is knee. The major reason is again obesity. You are putting 4 times extra weight on your knees, right? So are you all clear now what is the problem right now? Why are our joints getting hurt, and why the knee replacement surgeries are increasing drastically today? Everyone clear with me? Yes? Can I get an emoji, heart, whatever you feel like, so that I'll proceed to the next slide? Yes? Ready? Shall I move to the next slide? Clear with the structure, pain and immobility, everything clear? Yeah? Okay. Thankfully, just because I'm screaming, Monica ma'am gave me a thumbs up, ma'am. I understood everything. Nobody else responded to me. Right. So, all this while, I was talking about the problem. Now, as you all know, we as futurers, we are not a part of a problem. We are the part of a solution. So, our nature, the mother nature has got the solution for us, right? The mother nature has got a solution for us, and that solution is a powerful supplement which has a combination of 4 super important ingredients. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this slide. Very, very important slide, I would tell. Yeah, this particular ingredients are very, very helpful for your joints. So what are these 4 ingredients? One is glucosamine, second is boswellia serrata, 3 is vitamin D3, and 4 is vitamin K2. So all these 4 together, they ensure that your joints are strengthened enough, they are strong enough, right? Now we'll see how they help, right? Now this glucosamine HCl, it acts like a repairer. Now we know that as we age, our cartilage, the previous slide I've shown you, the sponge, that is getting broken or degenerated. Now this glucose amide ensure that the cartilage is again rebuilt. The structure is again rebuilt. Now I tell you, just because of the inflammation, swelling. Now have you ever met a person who has joint pain? The very first thing they will tell is, I can experience swelling. There is swelling, there is redness, there is pain. It is a common for any kind of joint pain, whether it is arthritis or whether it is rheumatoid arthritis or whether it is a normal joint pain or it could be spondylitis, any kind of condition. First thing there will be is the swelling, and with the swelling comes the pain. And now why is this swelling coming up? Because in our body there is a fire that is running, that is inflammation. So to stop that fire, we need a firefighter. That natural painkiller is Boswellia serrata. Now, if you go to a doctor and says, Doctor, my back is paining really bad. I'm not able to move my back. I need some support. What would the doctor do in the first place? He will write you 4 or 5 painkillers, right? So here, and that painkillers in return, maybe they will remove the symptom, but they will not remove the root cause. Here, Boswellia serrata will remove the root cause for your pain. It will remove all the free radicals from the body. So the pain will also go. At the same time, the reason for the pain will also go. Like for example, if Safila ma'am hates Sushita, okay, she doesn't like me at all. Is there any point keep continuing the conversation with me? Instead, if she blocks me on WhatsApp, the problem is over. Yes or no? Right? So if the same thing Boswellia serrata will do, Boswellia serrata will know that the reason for the pain are those free radicals. So what will Boswellia serrata do? It will block the free radicals. So what happens? The root cause for the pain is gone. So automatically the symptom will also be reduced. Clear? Yeah. And we have vitamin D3. Now, vitamin D3, 90% of India's population is vitamin D deficient. Do you know that? 90%. The reason why is we don't soak ourselves in sunshine at all. We only know tube light. We don't know sunlight at all. Yes or no? We only know tube light, focus light, blue light. We all have forgotten about sunshine. And sunshine is the richest source of vitamin D3. And this D3 is very, very important for the calcium to be absorbed into the body. Now, for example, I am giving a webinar, okay, and my mic is muted. Can you all listen to me? Shall we try? I will mute my mic and I will talk for 1 hour. Can you listen to me if I speak? Can you listen? Will I be audible if I mute my mic? Yes or no? No, I won't be audible. So same is like that. If the doctor is giving you calcium supplement without vitamin D3, there is no point. All that calcium will go into the trash. Without vitamin D3, calcium will not be absorbed into our body. And today, that is the reason why calcium is getting deposited into wrong places. It is not getting absorbed into the body. It is just getting excreted. And you can see people are having kidney stones more in calcium. The stone nature is of calcium. Why? Because calcium is not utilized by the body, but it is getting out as a waste. And the salts in the kidney will form the kidney stones. Right? So this calcium to be absorbed, we require vitamin D3. And this D3 is here. So if you have more calcium, you know the bones are pretty stronger. So for the stronger bones, vitamin D3, the sunshine vitamin is very, very important. And here it is in the most active form, right? And the second is the K2, vitamin K2. Now we have the repairer, we have the firefighter, we have the architect, the bone architect that will build the structure of the bones by giving calcium. Now, this K2 is a traffic controller. It will tell the calcium, Bhaiya, don't go to any other place, go directly to the bone. If the calcium gets deposited in the wrong places, there are chances that you get cardiac arrest because sometimes calcium get deposited in your arteries. Your arteries become thicker and you have a chance of getting atherosclerosis. You have a chance of getting blood clot, right? So this K2, the traffic controller is very, very important to guide calcium to get directly transported into the bones. So all the four together, they are a beautiful team. One will repair, one will fight with the inflammation, remove the pain. Third will strengthen the structure of your bones. And fourth one will tell, it is a guide. It will tell you please go to that place. If you want to attend my Zoom training today, open another link. Will you be able to know the session or will you able to meet me on webinar? No, right? You will keep waiting. The host is not allowing me to enter and time will over and my session will get over. So going to the right place on the right time with the right opportunity is very important. That is what K2 does to calcium. It will say, bro, you're going to the wrong place. Let's go to the bones. So that way your entire structure of you is joints is taken care so that you can move healthily, right? So together they rebuild, they soothe and they strengthen you. So they are like good friends, no? When you are sad, these friends will actually motivate you. They will take your pain and they will tell you, come on, you can get back to normalcy. So that's what joints.health will do. So joint.health is a very good friend of your joints to them to be happy, independent and painless, right? So I will explain in detail what will each of the ingredient do so that you will understand. Now this glucosamine, it is not a painkiller. It will build the structure of your cartilage. The cartilage which is getting broken or which is getting affected because of the wear and tear of your bones as we age, or because of the food we take, or because of our lifestyle, that cartilage is being rebuilded with the help of glucosamine, right? So it is like, it will also improve your synovial fluid. The lubrication is also improved. So less friction, more fluid movement, so your joints can move easily front and back. So you will not experience any kind of pain. So indirectly it will build the structure, but it will also act like an indirect painkiller, right? And then we have this Boswellia serrata. Already I have told you it is like nature's anti-inflammatory powerhouse. So it is a painkiller, nature's painkiller, you can tell. It will reduce your swelling, improves comfort so that you can walk with more confidence. You can take your steps with more confidence. You will not experience any kind of pain. When you go to an orthopedician and he gives you a painkiller, you will feel the relief, but that is pretty much temporary. But here, it will remove the entire inflammation. The inflammation itself is removed. That means the root cause for the pain is removed. So you will not experience that pain again, right? Then we have the D3. So as I have told you, without calcium, we cannot do anything. And for the calcium to get absorbed, we require D3. So it is like a silent guardian for your bones. And K2, as I have told, it is a traffic controller of the calcium. So it prevents the calcium from hardening your joints and arteries, and it directs to the bones where the calcium actually belongs to. So it supports the flexibility of cartilages so that your joints like bounce back. One point that I want to highlight and clarify everyone, that joint.health is not for somebody who is experiencing pain. It is not for somebody who has osteoarthritis. It is not for somebody who have some issue with the joints or with spinal cord or something like that. It is for people who want to say that I don't want any pain in my life till the end of my life, till the end of last day of my life. I want to be pain free. For those people, today you should start taking care of your joints. After the pain comes, it will be the treatment. Before the pain comes, if you start taking, it is the prevention. So we being into wellness industry, it is very important that we take a proactive step. Now, for example, today, it is going to rain very badly in Kerala. Okay, the place where you are. If you step out of the house without the umbrella, whose mistake it is? It is your mistake, right? You need to be precaution enough. You have to carry an umbrella. You have to shield yourself. So you know that your bones and joints are having wear and tear. You're not able to sit properly. You're not able to squat. You're not able to walk faster. You don't have confidence when you walk around. All these are red flags that your joints are actually crying in help. They're like, please protect me. So unless and until you become bedridden and you're like, I'm not able to move at all, if you start the treatment, then it is too late. So don't wait for the joints to cry, scream, and tell you that I cannot move anymore. Rather, take a proactive step and start caring from them from today, because this joint.health, you have vitamin D3, K2, which any which ways you require. Bonusly, you're taking two other ingredients that are only going to support your joints so that you don't feel any pain. How many of you love having pain in your life? Like मुझे मजा आता है, दर्द है तो मुझे खुशी होता है. Is there anybody like that? I don't think so. None of us like pain, no? So to protect ourselves from being having pain or being pain free, joint.health is a very important supplement that you need to incorporate into your health, right, in your routine in on day to day basis. So this is the synergy. It is like a perfectly choreographed dance. The glucagon rebuilds, the Boswellia serrata actually soothes, D3 will strengthen, and K2 will guide. So one capsule and total support you will be getting. Based on the severity of the pain, you can even take up to 2 capsules. You have to always take it along with the food, because we have vitamin D3 and K2 here. So always consume it after food. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, your preference. You can take it anytime. So it is not just for elderly people, it is not just for warriors, I mean athletes, it is for everyday warrior. A mother lifting her child, a father jogging with his son, a dancer, dreamer, and a doer. For every individual to be fit and just not be sitting like one, like a couch potato, being like, I cannot move, I cannot do, I cannot do. So, to remove all that ahs and oohs from your life, Joint.Health is a perfect supplement, I would tell. Beautifully crafted, wherein it is going to build your structure, it is going to reduce your pain. At the same time, it is going to give essential vitamins that your bones and joints actually require. If you go for any knee replacement surgery, if you go for any painkillers that the doctors is going to advise you, it is not going to be the same. It is not going to be the same. It is not. I have seen so many cases of knee replacement failures personally. So it is not that easy. You're gonna lose the confidence to walk. You're gonna lose the confidence to drive. You're gonna lose the confidence that you already have in yourself. Movement is very important, right? To be successful, to be confident, and to be happy. So take a precautionary step so that you don't waste on your money, energy, and time. Right? Take a right advice on the right time so that there is not much of delay. After the house is burnt, there is no point whatever brand fire extinguisher you bring it and keep it in the house. You need to think wise before and bring the fire extinguisher quite before, so that you will, if there is some accident, you can, act immediately, right? So joint pain doesn't show up overnight. It takes, but so does strength. So it builds over time. Start today. Walk better tomorrow. Run freer the next month. Right? So to enjoy every moment that you do from morning till night, Joint.Health is a beautiful companion or a friend your life in motion. So if you, it is up to you, your decision whether you want to be sedentary like a table chair or any other furniture in your house, or you want to start moving. Futureverse Joint.Health is your partner for graceful aging, active living, and a joyful motion. Because movement is more than mechanics, it is freedom. You will have the freedom to go anywhere. You need not depend upon, beta please thoda aao utao mujhe, put me up on the bed, take me to the park, take me to the hall, take me to the living area, take me to the washroom. You need not depend on anyone. Instead, in your old age, in your retirement, you can enjoy with your grandchildren, your kids. You won't be a burden for anyone, right? So it is a time for taking action. Try Joint.Health today. Gift it to your parents, your partner, or your future self. Let's move again the way we were born to. When we were born, we were free to move, right? So why restrict ourselves and, say that we don't move at all, we don't have movement, or just, making ourselves sedentary? That is not we are born for. We are living beings. We are not living beings, right? Non-living beings. Only non-living beings become stationary. They don't move around. So let's not behave like them, right? So this is about Joint.Health. I exactly took 30 minutes, I guess, or even lesser than that, right? Not much of your time. So any questions that you want to ask? I don't know if Shingsha is available or not. I couldn't
Hi,
see him.
ma'am.
Oh, you're there. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So over to you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. I would say it was 30 minutes. So wonderful. Like, I don't know how to say, you and your time management, that is another level of thing. Just like Join.Health improves our lives when it comes to mobility. So right now, we'll be heading up straight up to the question and answer session. So everyone, if you have any questions, any doubts, you want to clarify it in presence of the expert, please put it down in the chat box. We'll give our best to answer every queries, but then we will take only 10 questions. All right. So first question, ma'am, about another product. Safila ma'am is asking permission if she can ask about another product.
Sure, sure. No problem. You can ask.
Yes, ma'am. You can go ahead with the first question. So in the meantime, as we're awaiting further questions, you know, we started with a topic called traffic jam, right? We started with traffic jam. We started with how things are, life is. You know, I just want to put up one thing. I remember Sajif sir talking about it one time. When you get used to something so much, it starts feeling normal. See, I want to put up one thing to you. Suppose you're someone who is living up in the city for a long, long time. You are experiencing traffic jams all the time, traffic congestions. It becomes normal for you. You're like, oh, it's another traffic jam. But what if you suddenly go onto the highway? You find that even a car driving at 60 kilometers per hour is too fast. Have you ever experienced that? You know, it can be also in this way. Let's put it this way. You're so used to chaos that even a little bit of silence makes you feel like so good. That is how Join.Health is going to help you in your life. That is what Ma'am was saying. You might be thinking that I'm normal today because you're so used to the pain, you're so used to the immobility. But after some time, after you use Join.Health, you will get exposed to what's the real health. So, yes, ma'am, on to the first question. Focus.brain, can we suggest for brain tumor?
For brain tumor, it's basically having cancer and more of free radical cells. Rather than focused on brain, I would suggest you to go for white tea curcumin latte, which will actually reduce the severity of the tumor. Focused on brain wouldn't help there.
Next question. Two capsules per day or one? Best time to take joint.
If you don't experience any pain and you feel that your moment is perfectly okay, go for one to take care of the joints. If you say, yes, I can see few red flags, I have pain here and there, which is not normal, that means you need to take two. After food, anytime after food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, your freedom to take.
That's two questions. We have 8 questions left. We'll be taking only 8 more questions. The first 8 questions, if you have to clear any query. So, yes, as we await for more questions, to everyone here, I want to tell one thing. You might be so used to the pain that you do not realize that you are having the joint problem. You might be so used to the immobility and the traffic congestion in your body that you may not realize what is happening. So, what I would like to tell you is experience joint.health. Experience how it feels to live a traffic free life. Start experiencing how it feels to drive along the countryside, to drive just on the expressway. Start experiencing how your car feels at 60 kilometers per hour. That is an average safe speed, or 80 kilometers per hour. Rather than just putting on the clutch if you're driving a manual at 10 kilometers per hour on first gear. So experience how life feels good and how life should be. Ma'am, on to the third question. In which time curcumin latte can be?
You can start off your day with curcumin latte. That would be ideal.
7 questions to go. Anyone who is having doubts, please put it up first because once, even if it is late, we are not taking the questions anymore. You have to ask it in the next session or you have to get it cleared in FB Media Global official number. Yes, ma'am. On to the fourth question. That is, does Join.Health work the same with Magnesa?
Rescue and Joint.Health are different formulations, ma'am. Although they are for the same purpose. Joint Rescue do not have vitamin D3 and vitamin D3 and K2. So added point, I would say you can prefer Joint.Health over Joint Rescue again.
Another question, ma'am, with empty stomach?
Curcumin
Curcumin latte.
latte perfectly you can take with empty stomach. Your gut health will be taken care and you will have a very good energetic day. That's what I do. I take curcumin latte empty stomach.
5 questions left, 5 questions to go, and we have exactly 10 minutes before 10. So, five, the first 5 questions we'll be answering. If you have any questions, this is the time to clarify it right here, right now, in presence of the expert, in presence of the person who can give you the right answer and give you the right guidance.
Meanwhile, we have the questions. I would not like to waste the time, and I want to emphasize on something. Me being from the nutrition background, and I would like to give a holistic approach for your good joint health. You have to be active in the day. At least 30 minutes you need to take out to, do some physical activity. It could be a walk, it could be a run, it could be a jog, it could be gardening, it could be playing any game. Yes, 30 minutes, very very important. Yeah, and you have to start doing that, and you have to eat healthy. Avoid too much of oil, sugar, salt. You have to limit on those foods. So, and sweets also very important. And when you if you have decided to Start off with joint.health. Make it consistently, make it as a discipline. Have it for 90 days continuously, 3 months. Then you'll start feeling the difference and knowing the difference. Very important. I think there's a question, Shingsha.
Yes, is nutrition beneficial for joint health as it contains all ingredients related to joint health like vitamins, calcium?
Nutri.she is good for women health, and yes, of course, it will support her bone health and joint health, but not exactly as joint.health because it doesn't have, it doesn't have glucosamine and it doesn't have Boswellia serrata. Those two ingredients play a major role in joint.health, which contribute to the cartilage repair as well as for the, anti-inflammatory. The Boswellia acts like a painkiller, which is not there in Nutri.she.
Yes, we will be taking only two more questions. If you have any question, you please put it down in the chat box. And yes, rightfully, like how ma'am has said, see, none of our products are intended to treat, cure, prevent, diagnose, or I think I missed something. I don't know. Prevent any sort of disease.
None of our products are intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any kind of diseases. They are just supplements.
Yes. Sometimes I get confused because there are so many words that I usually tend to say really fast when I'm on the video. But today I'm off video, so things are slightly different. This is the same reason why we say come to the video. You see, when you're off video, sometimes you do tend to forget things. So, like I was saying, none of our products are doing that. They are nutritional supplements. But science is proof to one thing, that is, it is not the lack of medicines because of which you get a disorder. It is the lack in the lifestyle. It is the problem that we are having with the environment. And last but not the least, it is a problem with the nutrition. We are not getting the adequate amount of nutrition that we are supposed to get on a daily basis, because of which we have multiple disorders, lifestyle diseases. So to say, back in those days, only old people used to get it. Nowadays, like I was saying, I myself, if I sit down and you ask me to get up, I don't know, is it because I look to my seniors, or it just happens natural? I make a sound like, oof, like at least silently, gulps of air will come out of my mouth. So I do that, and I don't know why. But then after attending tonight's session, I'm pretty much clear as to why I make that sound. And like how Mem rightfully said, alongside taking joint.health, let us also start adapting to a better lifestyle. Let us cut down on sugars. Let us cut down on oils, the junk foods, and let us start moving a little bit, like how Ma'am said. Because at the end of the day, I'll just say, we are not God, straight sent down from heaven, and we are not giving you something made in heaven. But what we're giving you is something you require every single day. And my mom is one such living testimony of joint.health, because she was immobile on her right hand. Now she can move her hand and tie a hairband at least. All thanks to joint.health combined with krill oil. Ma'am, I don't think there are any further questions. Anything you would like to say for the closing?
Yeah, Shingsha, definitely I would like to add on something. Again, overweight or obesity also is one of the reasons for the knees to get, too much of wear and tear. And today, the number of knee replacement surgeries are happening is because of overweight. So, in case if you feel that you're not in your BMI, or if you know somebody who's saying, I have joint pain, especially my knees, you suggest them sans fat or slim tea along with this supplement so that they lose weight also, because overweight again is like 4 times X pressure on your knees especially, and the cartilage tends to break even faster. That's when they experience pain. And one more thing I want you all to remember, that we don't stop moving because we are growing old. We grow old because we stop moving. Did you hear me clear? We are not growing old because we are not stopping to move because we have growing old. We are growing old because we have stopped to move. So let's not stop move, let's move around the house, around the our locality, keep moving ourselves, because the more we move, the more longevity we welcome, right? So joint.health is not just a supplement, it is an investment for your freedom. It is an investment for your health. It is an investment for your happiness. That's all, Shingsha. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, rightfully said. We do not stop moving because we are getting old. we are getting old because we stop moving. So I don't know how many of us here really wants to be old, really likes to be old. But for me, I want to stay young. And I believe most of the people here are also going on to the anti-aging things. So at the end of the day, choice is yours. You want to get